Hey, hey. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. I know something I touched on yesterday in my video about my grocery haul and like tips on eating clean and healthy on a budget and kind of like busting some myths out of the water. Was part of my success is truly to finding healthier ways to eat those foods that I love. And I'm just kind of gonna give you a couple different healthy swaps, some ideas on maybe things you haven't thought of before, and just a way that you can like cut some calories and really clean up your eating during the week. And so much of eating in the world today is mindless eating. And I don't know about you guys, but a lot of times my husband and I eat around the coffee table, or we'll eat while we're watching a movie or a TV show or something. And that's when you don't even pay attention. You're not even mindful of the food that's going into your mouth. So that's why I believe portion control is so important. It's always important to like portion out what you're eating, but also just the content of what you're eating. Because think if you have a bag of chips and you didn't put it in a bowl and you're just sitting there and you're just like eating during a TV show, during a movie, all of a sudden half the bag is gone and you're like, oh my goodness. And since it is like processed crap, it doesn't even fill you up. So you don't even feel like fulfilled or satisfied. But instead, like think if you had like pepper slices or cucumber slices, and then portion them out in a bowl while you're watching a movie, TV, playing games, whatever it is, you're gonna feel so much better afterwards, and you're not gonna have those like mindless, like empty calories. So just a couple ideas for some swaps is, one of them, you guys, is for pasta. I love Italian food. It's probably my favorite food group ever. But unfortunately, a lot of times it's just those like sugary carbs and that turns into fat, and it's just kind of like empty calories. And one of the biggest things that I've done that has really changed is I use veggie noodles. Okay, and this is actually the first time I had ever bought them pre-made. I always make my own, which it does take a little bit longer, but I really don't mind it at all. And like I got this, you guys, at a store like 6 or 7 years ago. I actually think it's called a Veggetti, which cracks me up, but I think they call them a spiralizer. But you can get them on Amazon, at Target. They have little handheld ones. This one's nice because it has like 3 different sizes that you can like make your noodles. But you can put zucchini in here, squash in here, carrots in here, and it makes like the noodles. And then I just saute it in a little like coconut oil spray, coconut oil or olive oil. And it really does taste good and it's satisfying, and I absolutely love it. And so does my husband, and he was the biggest skeptic. I was like, I'm never gonna get him to eat this stuff with me. But so like one of his favorite meals that I make is I'll make zucchini noodles. I make turkey meatballs, which I'm gonna share with you guys some of my recipes, but it's just a clean, leaner meatball. And then marinara sauce is something that I am willing to spend a little more money on. So many marinara and tomato sauces have so much added sugar in them. So there's this brand that I really like that I actually haven't even looked for it since I've moved to Iowa, but it only has like 4 ingredients in it. And that's the key. Look at the back of the marinara sauce at the ingredients, and you just really want 3 or 4 ingredients and not all that extra added stuff. So that is something I'm willing to spend a little bit more money on, and I do measure it out and don't like slather my food in it. But you can use zucchini, carrot, squash, and then one thing that's really cool too is I'll make lasagna. And I'll cut like the zucchini in like slices and make lasagna with it. And it's really, really good that way. Okay, cauliflower rice is another great alternative. And again, you can buy it pre-made, and that's something I really have started doing because it does save a lot of time and it's not that much more expensive. Or you can buy the heads of cauliflower and just throw it in a blender or food processor and just grind it up till it's like real thin and fine. But you can use that in place of rice. You can put it like in a little patty on the pan and make hash browns out of it. You can make mashed potatoes with it. Mix it with a little bit of like unsweetened almond milk and make like a delicious potato with it. My husband really liked it. I didn't even tell him what it was at first. You can make pizza crust with cauliflower rice or like ground cauliflower. They even have pre-made ones at the store. There are a lot that I think are really good. But cauliflower is such a great replacement for so many of those starchy carbs and rice. Or for pizza, and I have a healthy pizza recipe too. I'll definitely share it in the comments here, but you can use like a flatbread. There are a lot of really good healthy flatbreads. There's this health food store right by where we lived in California that had these flatbreads made out of spinach, and they were to die for. They were so delicious, and I would make pizza out of them. One of the biggest swaps, you guys, that you can make that honestly I hear all the time, my husband won't eat that, my kids won't eat that. Don't tell them. and see what they say, or if they even notice, is use lean ground turkey, okay, instead of beef. Having red meat, yes, is okay, but it's really only good for you a couple times a week. It's that lean ground turkey is so good, and I use it all the time. I can't even tell you the last time that we've made that we've bought ground beef, okay? I just made a ton of ground turkey burgers to have for like food prepping, and it's 99% lean. I also use turkey sausage and turkey bacon. It's just a way to cut out a lot of the extra fat. And okay, chips and salsa is one of my like guilty pleasures, and I absolutely still indulge in that from time to time, but it's just not good all the time. So I make my own homemade pico de gallo, which I need to get that on my blog. I definitely will this week, you guys. It's so good. It's only vegetables, but it tastes delicious. And then you chop up cucumber slices or pepper slices, and you get that crunch that you're wanting from the chip. And then you get a healthy pico de gallo, because a lot of those store-bought salsas put a lot of added sugar in it. Our country is really good at hiding sugar and these extra processed ingredients and things because it makes it addictive. It makes you buy more, okay? So make everything as fresh and whole and clean as you possibly can, all right? And you guys, I love this. So Liquid Aminos, it's a great soy sauce alternative, or like teriyaki sauce. So tonight, actually, we're having cauliflower rice, and I'm doing a ton of steamed veggies and then some baked chicken. And just a little bit of this goes a long way with the flavoring, and it gives a great flavoring. It has so much less sodium than a teriyaki sauce or a soy sauce. I absolutely love cooking with this. And my husband's like, I kind of prefer it. Like, I don't feel as like icky, you know? Or, you know, when you eat a lot of sodium, you just feel like dehydrated and gross. But this has been such a great alternative. And also when I'm cooking on the stove, I used to just pour olive oil in there because I'm like, olive oil is healthy, right? Which, yes, it's a better alternative than like butter, but those calories add up too. And it is a healthy fat, but just like everything else, you can overdo it. Like, you can overeat on healthy foods. So I love this like coconut oil spray. It's legit like 0 calories for like a quick little spray. And I'll just spray the pan, and I'll throw the vegetables in there. And if I need a little more like moisture in there while I'm cooking, I'll get like a low sodium like chicken broth or veggie broth to put in there, because like a whole cup is only 10 calories and I barely use a cup. I'll just use a couple like splashes. But this is such a great alternative when you're cooking, instead of just like pouring oil or butter in a pan. Popcorn. I love popcorn, but microwave popcorn is not very good for you. There's so much bad stuff in there. And movie theater popcorn, you guys, is always one of my like treat meals. I love it. Maybe like once every couple months, I'm like, I gotta have movie theater popcorn. But if you wanna have some popcorn at home, just buy some like white or yellow corn kernels and pop it on your stove with a little bit of coconut oil. And it's so much healthier. And I'll put a little bit of sea salt on the top. And it's absolutely delicious, all right? So those are a couple different swaps that I have for you guys. It really has helped me on this journey. I don't feel deprived. I don't feel like I'm cheating myself of my favorite things, because I'm having like good, clean, whole nutrition. And I feel fulfilled when I'm done eating. And I don't feel like, ugh, what grease and crap did I just put in my body? And one thing that has been such a game changer on my journey is finding healthier recipes, finding healthier ways to make these things. And one thing that's really awesome that my team does is we hired a registered dietitian, and every single Friday, all of our active clients and coaches, and by active, we just mean they're on like a monthly of our shake order. We have like a great pre-workout and post-workout. We have bars that are incredible. Actually, let me grab those really quick. So, you know, like snack bars, the RX bars, Lara bars, like all those different bars, they are okay, and they're a better alternative than like a candy bar, but there's still a lot of crap in them. And we have these like awesome bars. There's like a chocolate almond crunch. They did just come out with their vegan one, and this one's amazing. We have chocolate cherry almonds, or we have chocolate peanut butter, and it's only 150 calories. It's 10 grams of protein in here. Let's see. What's the other nutritionals? It's very like low in carbs, low in sodium. It's 4 grams of fiber, very low in sugar. It's like 2 grams of sugar. It's awesome. So this is such a great alternative too. But basically, any of our clients or coaches that are on any of like, basically they're investing in themselves, so we invest in them, because you know we, the leaders on my team, we all like pitch together to hire this registered dietitian, and they get an email in their inbox every single Friday, full with a meal plan, recipes and shopping lists for the next week, which is incredible. I have gotten the best recipes from there, things I never would have thought of. Like we have these buffalo chicken sweet potatoes that it's one of our favorite meals now. And I never would have thought about making that if it weren't for these recipes. I don't follow the meal plans exactly. I prefer making my own meal plans, but I have this whole folder now of hundreds of recipes that if I need to switch things up, or if I want to try something new, or if I want to, get my nieces and nephews involved, I'll let them pick out a recipe to try. But it's something just really, really cool. And we call it the Family Dinner Project, or FDP for short, because we're all about getting the whole family healthy, getting the whole family involved in this. And it's not a diet, you guys. The word die is in the word diet. It's an entire lifestyle change. And you're going to be more successful if you get the whole family in on it. So if you all watch this and if you implement one of these swaps during the week, or if you plan on doing it, comment below with a picture of what you've done, and I'll send you for free a copy of our family dinner project that comes out this week. Okay? Y'all let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see the swaps that you come up with. I'm gonna throw a link to my blog below, and I'm gonna get my pico de gallo recipe on there. But I would love to hear if you have any swaps that you make in your house. And yeah, cheers to a healthy week.